Andrew, my childhood sweetheart, my best friend, and my soon-to-be husband. Hard to believe that 22 years later, we are standing here in front of our closest friends and family making this vow before God. When writing my vows, I couldn't get over how thankful to God I am to be doing this life with you. We were raised and brought up in the same church family together for the first 10 years of our lives. Even though our childhood is such a faint memory, I think you and I can both attest to the fact that there was a spark between us from the start. When you and your family moved to South Carolina, it would seem as though this is where our story ends. But no, it gets better. Of course, young love is almost impossible when all you had was a track phone to keep in touch. But throughout the past 12 years of our lives, we not only kept in touch by wishing each other happy birthdays when they rolled around, but we both kept one another in the back of our hearts. The beautiful part about our story is that God led us back together after all these years.
Lindsey, I love you and can barely believe that we've gotten to this point after knowing each other for basically our entire lives. It's comforting to know that God has recognized our patience and care for each other since we were kids. Before I pledge my vows to you, I wanted to announce the standard that they will be held to from the Bible. Numbers chapter 30 verse 2 says, "When a man makes a vow to the Lord or takes an oath to obligate himself by a pledge, he must not break his word but do everything he said." Now with that standard set, I have a few vows I would like to make. First, I promise to care for you and put your needs above my own always. I promise to hold your hand through both the good days and the bad. I promise my loyalty to you and to you only. And lastly, I promise to be your most trusted friend and seek you continually. I love you very much, and I am blessed to have you by my side for the rest of my life.
You are dedicated and an extremely hard worker. You have such a fun and contagious personality. The way you love me is affectionate and compassionate. You are an example to me in so many ways, but the best of all is that you remind me daily to trust in the Lord, for his plans are greater than our own. I tell you this every day, but what a better day to repeat it than today. You are the love of my life. I vow to love you, even when we push each other's buttons, because we both know how stubborn we both can be. I vow to trust you and respect you. I vow to never let us go to bed mad or upset. You are the first person I want to see in the morning and the last at night. As a family, I promise to create a Christ-centered home filled with learning, laughter, and forgiveness. I promise to celebrate with you and walk beside you through whatever life brings with all faith and honesty. I vow to fulfill my duties as a wife and to make a place for God in our home, our lives, and in our hearts. Now you may be thinking, wow, these are a lot of promises you are making, and they are. I can't promise that I will be perfect at each of these commitments all the time, but I do promise that I will never stop trying to be the best that I can be for you. You have become my teammate and my best friend. Today I choose you to be my husband. I will care for you, stand beside you, and share with you all of life's adversities and all of its joys from this day forward and all the days of my life. It was always you, Andrew. I had picked you out from the beginning.
Like the finest wine, your love keeps getting better with the passing time. Tastes sweeter on my lips, countless days roll by. It can make a man grow bitter, but you've made this man better. After all these years, after all these years, I still love you. Through every single tear we've ever cried. 'Cause after all these years, it brought the two of us right here. No place I'd rather be after all these years. Takes a little faith for a man to move a mountain. Takes a whole lot more to move a man set in his ways. But there's a way about you that leads me to redemption. You always keep me moving after all these years. And after all these years, I still love you. Through every single tear we've ever 'Cause after all these years have brought the two of us right here. No place I'd rather be after all these years. More than I did then, and I know I'll love you more tomorrow morning when I wake up beside you, sunlight on your face. In 100 years from now, I'll look at you and say, after all these years I still love you. Through every single tear we've ever cried. After all these years, I brought the two of us right here. No place I'd rather be. After all these years, no place I'd rather be. After all these years. I still want you next to me after all these years.